Hi, so for my final project, I decided to focus on my painting on the Sacrifice of Isaac by Peter Paul Rubens. To give myself a bit of an introduction, my name is Isabella Freitas. I personally have had experience in art and as well as mixed media throughout my years in high school. This 8-week course has given me the chance to actually review information that I feel like I have lost since I graduated 2 years ago and forgotten art eras such as Romanticism, Baroque Dynamism, and even small details of the Renaissance. But re examining art and especially survey of art in this 8-week course class and its foundations, principles, and periods, I feel confident for me to say that a visual analysis is something I feel credible to do for this class, especially reviewing my elements of art and also my principles of art. With my visual analysis, I decided to choose the story of the Sacrifice of Isaac by Peter Paul Rubens. So, the story behind the Sacrifice of Isaac is actually a story told in Genesis 22 in the Bible, in the Christian Holy Bible. So the story is, according to Bible theologists, an accurate representation told by Abraham, who passed this story to be documented in the Bible for almost all of us to know as if we follow Christianity. But the story behind this painting to me is actually more interesting than the Bible story. This is because this painting has actually been painted countless of times throughout history in eras from chiaroscuro to Baroque dynamism, and when the original painting is believed to be constructed by Caravaggio, but there are actually strong ties to Bartolommeo Caravocci. And because of this lack of information from documentation around these times, it's believed that it was painted in the year 1598 by either Caravaggio or Cavarocci. And despite believing who actually painted this original painting, in order for me to go into more further detail of this painting and the context of it, it's actually, again, the story in Genesis 22. And this story is a story about a father named Abraham who had loyalty towards God, and he had a message from God, and they told him, sacrifice your son in order for us to see your loyalty. And he did, and he attempted to do so. But the thing was, in those moments, an angel actually came down and stopped Abraham from killing his son and saying, well, we've seen your loyalty, and we know that you are willing to do so, to commit this act, but it is the equivalent of you doing so. And he was seen as loyal. And as a viewer, you may not be very religious. I am not very religious as well, but I found this story to be very interesting, one to get out of my own ideas and look at new ones, as well as actually the fact that this actually has been painted so many times throughout history, but we are now witnessing this painting through Baroque dynamism. I will not be going over the actual original painting, but a few weeks ago I was walking around Nelson Atkins Museum, and I did personally see the painting, and I found it to be very interesting, dramatic, and as I learned more in this class, it was a perfect example of Baroque dynamism. What we can be seen in the painting of the Sacrifice of Isaac by Peter Paul Rubens is the momentous seconds of an angel interfering with Abraham about to sacrifice Isaac. An angel is on the right side of Abraham, and his face, the angel expresses worry and drama to come in at the right time to let Abraham know that God has seen his loyalty of sacrificing his son, who brings promise. And you could see Abraham startled to see an angel quite literally over his shoulder, stopping him, that Abraham carries the dagger on his right hand that will pierce the skin of Isaac. Abraham's body language can show that he is most definitely was going to sacrifice Isaac if the angel did not intervene. You can see his body hunch and settle to the position of the power that will come through the right arm that holds his dagger that will stab Isaac. And then as we look, the last character of this painting is Isaac. Isaac's body language is surprising, mysterious, and seems normal, but as we look more, we can see that his muscles are tensed and the definition in his core is tight, which shows that there is tension and stress. He is emotionally tense, and also, as you can see from his core, you could see that his breathing was heavy and tight. He looks the other way in a different position, as where his body is angled more to the left side and his face to the right, showing that he is looking away, but as his angel comes in, he is looking back from the side of his eye and sees that an angel is stopping Abraham and saving his life. This is a perfect representation of how we can spot Baroque dynamism, and it's because of the drama, the deep colors, the dramatic light, sharp shadows, and the dark backgrounds. Additionally, there are certain elements of art that stick out to me, and first is the line, which is the almost S-shaped curve that creates the story of the angel intervening, as he is in the very top left, Abraham in the middle, and if you follow through, Isaac being in the bottom right. Secondly, the form, as you can see that there is shadow and lighting depicted to create chiaroscuro and tie in with the emotion of what we can see. And another element I like to give credit to is color. Color is quite shown well and excellent actually in this painting, as you can see it from the drapes that cover Abraham, the dark wine smooth reds that are created with the oil painting, as this is an oil painting, and as well as the eggshell white that is covering Isaac, and the soft blues and purples that are covering the angels as well. The brown and dark hues in the background that seem to be dust from the sudden movements of an angel coming in and Abraham that formed because of this fast-paced and momentous event, and how these colors can tie in with emotion because the intensity of this painting that connects well with the oils that created this painting, as well as the vivid colors that pick out Baroque dynamism. And to tie in my final opinions and thoughts of my essay on the sacrifice of Isaac, I would like to add in that a perfect career actually for this would be an art historian. And no, I do not see an art historian as a shortcut, but understanding that an art historian can see this and see how perfectly you can pick apart what era this painting was from, as well as trying to figure out the exact date and time of when this painting was created, shows a way that it is hard to find the right documentation, but art historians do know best, and they can create and find the exact time when this was painted, finding down the histories and locations. Overall, the sacrifice of Isaac shows emotions from momentous event that happens within seconds that ties in perfectly with the elements of art, as well as how perfectly it describes an era of when it was painted. This painting was the one that caught my attention the most, and I certainly hope that you did learn from this video. Thank you.